What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, I want to give you guys a quick market update as Bitcoin has come down a little bit. And we have actually called this in our Discord as well as on our free live stream that we do every weekday at 5:45 p.m. So glad I was able to let the CandleMafia know about this drop before it happened. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin. We'll take a look at Ethereum. And I'll give you guys an idea of some levels that I'm looking at underneath us in case we do continue to come down. So the CandleMafia is updated and in the loop on what I'm thinking about the prices and where I think price can go. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the chart. Guys, I did just want to start off by taking a look at our clip from last night's live stream where I alerted the CandleMafia about this possible drop down to the bottom of this white box that you see right here. So you guys can get an idea of what I was looking at and what made me expect this drop down to the bottom of the box so that the next time something like this is getting ready to happen, the CandleMafia can spot it. Let's check it out. With that yellow X confirmed on the 4-hour chart, I do think that it is definitely possible to break. If we break this level of support, I think we definitely will come down to this spider line. And if things start to get a little more ugly, I think we could continue to the bottom of this white box, which is coming in at about 18,961 or 19K. So that would be, we break in 20 at that point. Things could get ugly pretty fast. You want to remember we do have low volume in these areas, so sometimes we get these quick moves. This yellow X could dump us down to the bottom of this box. So as you guys saw in that clip, we were talking about if we were to lose this level, either this next spider line was likely, if not, because of the low volume, we talk about this on the channel all the time, because of the low volume in this area, we would see a quick drop down to the bottom of this box. Now, if we zoom in, you will see that we did wick below the box, but we did close exactly above that level. If that's not an accurate level, I don't know what is. But glad we were able to call that for the CandleMafia. I hope some of you were able to take advantage of that information and make some money. But there you go. Quick move down. Those low volume areas play out very, very well, especially recently. We've been calling them a lot and they have all been playing out perfectly. And then you kind of got the breakdown, the bearish retest, the blood diamond, and boom, you came down heavy. So there you go. That's kind of where we're at right now. Now, if we come up to the higher time frames, let's kind of see what we got going on and what we can expect here in the near future. So important to notice here, we do still have our bullish divergence printing. We have not lost the green dots on the momentum wave here. Now, as the title said in last night's stream, mixed signals popping up. Now, these bullish divergences on such a time frame like the daily, you cannot ignore these. They are very rare signals. However, you do want to take them with a grain of salt in a bear market, being that bullish setups don't typically play as well as they do in bear markets as they do in bull markets. So I was letting you guys know last night, you want to keep that in mind, but you cannot ignore this. It is still printing, not fully invalidated yet. However, not looking too good. But, coming down these time frames here, the 12-hour starting to come down towards that zero line with the VWAP, looking to print a red dot. Now, 10-hour, printing that confirmed red dot here on the 10-hour with a confirmed yellow X. This is not a good sign. Obviously, this one brought us down all the way here to this spider line. And then you can see we kind of got the move down and then, you kind of just consolidate up like this, creating somewhat of a bear flag here. And as you guys know, that is a bearish continuation pattern, and you just continue to the downside. Bitcoin has been loving these bear flags. Like I always say, keep it simple, guys. If it looks like a bear flag and smells like a bear flag, it might be a bear flag. Coming down to the 8-hour, also confirmed yellow X, not looking good. Confirmed red dot. 4-hour confirms yellow X here, obviously playing out. Coming down to the 2-hour, you are printing that double green dot, but again, take that with a grain of salt. Now, on this 90-minute, I will say, I think we were talking about this yesterday. This money flow looked pretty smooth to the upside, and the momentum waves were looking beautiful. But then, that yellow X came in. That yellow X came in and ruined the party for us. So there was that. It was actually looking pretty good before that. Now, coming down to these lower time frames, obviously you are getting yellow X's popping up. When you get the yellow X's popping up on the higher time frames and they start popping up all over the lower time frames as well, this is usually when we see these big drops down. But let's talk some levels that I'm watching. Next levels I will be keeping my eye on. If we do break this level here, this yellow, as the yellow X's print at this support, trying to push us down. If we do break support, I will be looking down at this level at about, this is coming in at about 18K. And then if we do lose that level, I will be watching the next spider line down here coming in at about 16,700. So getting pretty low and pretty close to that $17,000 mark that I know a lot of people have their eye on. So I do think that is possible and in the cards. But right now, holding the support at the bottom of this box. I know we don't have a crystal ball, but sometimes it feels like the CandleMafia might actually have one, the way we're calling these moves. But here is two levels that I am definitely keeping my eye on here for Bitcoin. And then to the upside, if we do get a bounce, I am looking at the spider line here at about 20,100. And then we do have the value area low right here at 20,427 or 20,400. That should be some strong resistance as well. And then just a couple more things to point out. 4 hour looking like it could be printing a bullish divergence here if we get the green dot. Again, take it with a grain of salt. These bullish signals could not play out in a bear market like they usually do in a bull market, as I've said 10 times in this video. But, looking like it could print a bullish divergence here, as well as a lot of the other lower time frames here. Printing a bullish divergence here on the 2 hour could be marking a bottom at this support for a bounce. But again, take it with a grain of salt. But there are some, those are the levels I am basically watching. Keep an eye out for these bullish divergences are starting to come, right? But, these yellow X's keep popping up. I always tell you guys, you want to ignore the bull signals when you have those yellow X's. The yellow X's just crush the bullish divergences. They crush the green dots. They crush all of that stuff. So be careful. But those are some of the levels that I am watching. So you guys can keep an eye on those. Now let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum. Now, as far as Ethereum, obviously looking very similar to Bitcoin. We were watching this level here at about 1,100. Then we broke down, started playing around in this range here. Our next level we were watching is the top of this box here at about $1,000. And we have now, again, due to these low volume areas that we always call out to our community in the Discord and on the live stream for absolutely free. The Discord is 100% free. My live streams are completely free. So you guys can get all this free information there in those two spots. But due to the low volume in this area here, we did expect a quick move to the top of this box, which is exactly what we got. We did alert the CandleMafia about that. So shout out to anybody taking advantage of these moves and making some of that money. Now, as far as, coming up to the daily now, looking at, what we could possibly be seeing in the future here. Now, we do have the confirmed bullish divergence that has printed and confirmed on Ethereum. Right here, you have the higher low and you have the much lower low. So typically, obviously, you see price come up with this. For those who don't know how these bullish divergences play out, typically you have a higher low on your momentum waves and you have a lower low on your price, and then price kind of gets squeezed to the upside when that happens. So that is worth noting. Obviously can get invalidated in a bear market, but you don't want to ignore these. They are very, very rare and very powerful. So you can't just completely ignore them, but you do want to be careful with them in a bear market. Then moving down to our lower time frames here, 12 hour coming down with that VWAP, looking to print that red dot. 10 hour yellow X confirmed on the 10 hour, very, very bearish sign. Obviously this one brought us down a lot. Another very bearish sign with that yellow X here, printing that red dot on the momentum waves. Coming down, yellow X currently printing on the 8 hour. Another really bearish sign, guys. When these yellow X's pop up on Bitcoin and Ethereum like they are right now, it means that they could come down quite a bit. So very, very bearish sign there on the 8 hour. 6 hour confirmed, 2 confirmed yellow X's, and then the 4 hour, another confirmed yellow X. Now, coming down to these lower time frames, I do just want to kind of take a look here at some levels that we can keep our eye on so the Mafia can be ready for their next move. Next level I will be watching for Ethereum, if we break into this box, is going to be this yellow line here at about $922. 3-digit Ethereum. Look at that, guys. Who knew? Now, the next level I would watch is the bottom of this box coming at about $751. get ready, guys. If we do get a move down to this level, I will be having to take some time off because I will be selling all of my organs for some extra cash to pick up this cheap Ethereum. So there are some levels that you could watch on Ethereum. Now, again, you want to make sure you know that you have these bullish divergences printing on Bitcoin, as well as a confirmed daily bullish divergence on ETH being such a rare, strong bullish signal. You cannot ignore them. But as I always say, I don't want to sound like a broken record. You want to be careful in a bear market. The trend is your friend. You want to be very conservative with the longs and greedy with those shorts. And in a bull market, you want to be greedy with the longs and conservative with the shorts. So those are some of the levels that I am watching for Bitcoin and Ethereum. So the CandleMafia can keep an eye on those as well. I will try to share these charts in the Discord if it works. I know we keep getting glitched out when I share my charts, but I will try again so the CandleMafia can keep an eye on these levels and be ready for their next trades. So guys, I think that's all I got for this video. Things are starting to look a little bit more bearish with those higher time frame yellow X's printing and confirming. Like I said, last night's stream title, mixed signals popping up for Bitcoin. It's very, very hard to read the market when you have these high time frame yellow X's printing, which typically bring us down a lot. And then you have these super rare daily bullish divergences printing on Bitcoin and Ethereum. You also have bearish divergences printing on the DXY. So that is also kind of pointing that the DXY could come down as Bitcoin comes up. So there's a lot of mixed signals, but I'm glad we were able to call this big drop down in our Discord and on the stream last night for the CandleMafia. I will be keeping you guys updated in Discord, and maybe if something crazy happens, we'll do a late night weekend live stream with the Mafia. And with all that being said, guys, I think that's all I got for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Frankie Candles out.
Here we go. At the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy. On the road, here we go, yeah, we winning by